Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you. I am here with none other than my good buddy Danny, and we are going to be discussing tonight's big No Surrender pay-per-view for TNA. Danny, how's your day going?
Man, my day is going fantastic. The Jets picked up the win today, so it's been smiles all day long.
Oh, I got the Niners win. So you're looking at two guys. Well, you're not looking at us. You're looking at some pictures, but you're looking at two guys with big wins today for both their football teams. Danny, did the football go into you watching the pay-per-view at all tonight?
No, not really. I don't think so.
I'm a little upset with myself for missing as much of the game tonight. I guess Peyton Manning pulled out the win. I'll be able to watch the highlights, but a little part of me wish I would have watched a little bit more of the football game and a little less of the TNA pay-per-view. Not saying that it wasn't good. What was your overall thoughts of the pay-per-view without going into it that much?
It was just really like a commercial-free 3 hour. The best way you can put it.
I saw that as well. I believe it was our good buddy LV who tweeted that out, and I honestly thought that was a good way to put it. Nothing really spectacular in the first half of the show, but it overall was a pretty good show by show's end, wouldn't you say?
For a thrown together pay-per-view card, it was whatever it could be. I think it couldn't be any better, or it could have been worse, but yeah, I don't think it could have been any better.
All right, well, we started off with the first round of the Bound for Glory's, I guess, the semifinals here. Jeff Hardy and Samoa Joe wrestled to a good match. Jeff Hardy pulled out the win. I think from our predictions video, I think all of us were mostly surprised by a Jeff Hardy win here. What do you think, Danny?
This was like the best Bound for Glory series match that they had tonight, but I saw it coming. It was like a cheap little victory roll. I didn't really like that. It just ended it with a swanton or a Magnus running. But I saw it coming, I guess.
All right, Danny, as I talk about this, you fix your shit a little bit. But it honestly was pretty surprising, and Jeff Hardy pulled out the win. All the kiddies will go home happy with big smiles on their face. He moves on. From there, we go to what I thought was a real big head turner. James Storm, Bully Ray in the other Bound for Glory semifinal. Before this, we get the run-in with none other than Robert Roode. We find out where he's been the last little while. He's been in the back, pulling an Undertaker, I guess cutting his hair off, thinking about James Storm. Breaks the bottle over James Storm's head, and I guess we're off and running for a beer money breakup match again after lockdown. And what'd you think? I mean, Bully Ray moved on all in all, but what'd you think about the interference from Roode?
I know you were anticipating that, so hopefully you order Bound for Glory.
I was anticipating it, but all in all, it wasn't what I thought would happen. I mean, at lockdown, Roode beat Storm. Storm was on the chase. He was on the chase to win the title and beat Roode. Roode lost the title to Austin Aries, and for some reason, Roode went looking for Storm like he needed that to put the exclamation point on what he's doing right now. I didn't think it made any sense in the storyline that was James Storm against Robert Roode. What did you think, Danny?
I think it's good. It's good that we get to see the match. I mean, obviously, it would have been better with the title, but these guys had to do something. And if they're not going for the title, why not just have a match?
But to me, Storm should be the one looking for Roode. I mean, Roode got the one up. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. It's like going backwards in a circle, I guess. It's just the way I saw it. But there was glass all over the ring. Bully Ray covered him up. The ref saw all the glass. It was hard to miss, but somehow there was no DQ, no nothing else. Bully Ray just moves on in the tournament. From there, we get some good old woman's action. Tessmacher against Tara. What do you think, Danny?
That Tube video is probably way better than that. So
as I was looking in my comments today when I woke up, I was reading over, and I did not see as many comments about. I actually don't think I got any comments about Brooke Adams' Tube8.com video, but If you need to know what we're talking about, maybe you backtrack and find out when we talk about the women's match, and then you can catch up. But you really didn't see anything in this match at all?
No, it was really boring. You know, Tara, they were having like a really
Yeah, and basically it was just a normal basic knockouts divas match, I guess you can say. Nothing spectacular, nothing much from there, but Tessmacher, Brooke gets the win, and we'll move on from there and see where we go. From there, we get the Aces and Eights storyline. A lot of people were really surprised. There wasn't a title on the line, but still, your champion wrestling in the middle of a show is a little weird. Austin Aries versus the Armbreaker, who I guess is heavily rumored to be good old Mike Knox, back inside of a ring after a long hiatus after being fired from WBE after a short run with ECW and Monday Night Raw. Danny, what do you think about the beatdown?
this really didn't belong on pay per view. I think they should have just went out and had a match, but instead they did this segment, and you know it didn't really belong on here. I don't think a lot of people like that too much.
It didn't even feel like a main event segment from Impact. It just felt like maybe an opening to Impact or something like that. That you're gonna build off of this. I know we're getting ahead of ourselves, but Hogan calls the cops and all this and that, and he doesn't want Aces and Eights invading the rest of the show. So they put the lockdown on no on no surrender. But what do you? I mean, where are they gonna go with this Aces and Eights storyline from here? I mean, they've already seen this guy fight Austin Aries. Austin Aries isn't he's gonna fight the winner of the Bound for Glory series winner. So I mean, what does Aces and Eights do here? Just sit around and wait for a month and then go on after Bound for Glory, or what?
I think the only thing they can do here is just throw them in a lethal lockdown at Bound for Glory. Just take the 4 or 5 best of them and then take 5 guys that aren't doing shit at Bound for Glory and just put them in a lethal lockdown.
There you go. I guess you can build up a team of Sting, uh, Hulk Hogan if he's gonna wrestle. You got AJ Styles, Kurt Angle. I mean, we got 4 guys right there that need a match. Maybe you're onto something right there. But we'll see. We'll see. I think Mike Knox is a step down from the heavily rumored Robert Roode as the leader of Aces and Eights. I've said it all along. I hope at the end of this, it's not 4 jobbers or 5 jobbers that nobody really cares about. I hope that they have some sort of a name to step in and be involved in Aces and Eights. Maybe like they're acting like the Armbreaker is their leader right now, but they will reveal down the road it is somebody else who actually is, moving the pieces around. Maybe that's what they'll do at Bound for Glory. You have a heel turn reveal.
Well, according to you and your Chris Masters release video, that's a pretty big name.
Chris Masters is a legend of 2006 in the WB. He's a guy that should have won the title. He should have never been fired. He was heavily what was he doing? He was in need of a push, but he lost his retirement match on Superstars to Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger retired Chris Masters. Write that down. It's right. Look it up on WB on YouTube. It's there. But from there, Zima Ion, Sanjay Dutt, X Division title. Great match, Danny, wouldn't you say?
Man, Sanjay Dutt looked really, really good out there. I think they should, sign him under contract. It was the match of the night at the time, but it was really good, I think.
I really, really liked it. I felt bad for Kenny King. I took some shots at Sanjay Dutt in my prediction video, but I really can't really pick that many times that Sanjay's had a bad match for TNA. He had a horrible gimmick, but I should have seen that he was gonna lead him through a good match. From there, Rob Van Dam against Magnus. Did you see anything worthwhile in this match? I thought it was horrible.
This thing was terribly boring. I was just focused on the Broncos Steelers game most of it. It was just really boring.
So get this with me, Danny. All right, Rob Van Dam is doing nothing. Hasn't done anything in a long time. Magnus is involved with a feud with Samoa Joe. Magnus lost this match. Samoa Joe lost his match. Why do we care about Magnus versus Samoa Joe at Bound for Glory?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, from there, the world champions of the world, Christopher Daniels and Kazarian against AJ Styles and Kurt Angle. You said this was going to be a guaranteed barn burner match of the night. Did it do it for you?
And it was match of the night, but Kurt Angle still had that injury and it dragged it down a little bit. But the three other guys really stepped it up a notch, and they really carried this.
To me, I don't think maybe they're trying to bury the storyline like it never happened or something like that. But they did run a video for it before it happened, so I guess it's not all there. But people were so heavily involved in the whole Kazarian, Daniels, AJ, Claire, baby thing at the pay-per-view Slammiversary a couple months ago. I don't think this match had that much, I guess heat is a good word for it, like the other matches did. But I mean, it was still really good. Just I just sort of looked at it like, why are these guys really fighting over the tag team titles like it means something when all of us really know the tag team titles in TNA don't really mean much. And it was a good match, but just didn't have any meaning behind it for me.
I agree.
All right. From there, Jeff Hardy, Bully Ray, Bound for Glory Series Finals. They did a long, drawn-out thing where, Bully Ray came down to the ring. We were waiting on Jeff Hardy. They played the music twice. Hulk Hogan came out and said, hey, you know what? Bully Ray, you don't want to do it this way. Were you ever scared that they were going to do this match on Impact?
For a second I was, and then I was like, no, they can't. They have too much time here.
Yeah, I was thinking about the time as well, but I was also like, this is TNA. I'm not going to put it past them to do this.
Yeah.
But Jeff Hardy's music played for a third time. He did come out. We did get Jeff Hardy against Bully Ray. When this match was starting, with the long drawn out build up, who were you picking to win this match, Danny?
I knew Jeff Hardy was going to come out and win the whole time, but I don't know. I don't like the way they booked that. I think they should have just had both guys fresh as can be, have a great match, and just have a winner like that.
I don't know. I was looking at Bully Ray out there, and I was just thinking about what he was a year ago, and just how hard he worked to get there, and him re-signing his contract. I knew they weren't going to give him a face turn, but I mean, as far as giving him a push and making a match that I would believe in with him against Austin Aries for the championship, I was really pulling for Bully Ray to win this match. I really thought he deserved it. It's hard to say anything bad against anything Bully Ray's done in the last year, and I really think them taking the final step and making him an actual main eventer would have been awesome, and I really would have been a really, really big fan of that.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't see that at a pay-per-view like Bound for Glory. Maybe like one of these little sub shows, maybe even Lockdown, but I don't see that the biggest show.
So you're saying that he's basically going to be the R-Truth of Capital Carnage?
I mean, Capital Punishment? You mean?
Capital Punishment.
Look at this guy. But no. I mean, like a John Morrison type.
I believe he main evented Extreme Rules with The Miz and John Cena.
There you go.
All right, Jeff Hardy gets the win. He is your Bound for Glory Series winner. Austin Aries has been heavily involved with Aces and Eights. Where do you think you can save a match and make it where people really care about it in a month for Jeff Hardy going up against Austin Aries?
I don't even know how they're going to build this match. I mean, if they have Austin, I mean, they're both faces. I don't know how they're going to do it, honestly. Because you can have, if Austin Aries is a heel, I mean, you can talk all this shit and make him look good. He's not a heel, so I don't know.
I'm with you, but we'll be there. We're going to be waiting for it. Bound for Glory, live from Phoenix, Arizona. Our good buddy, Freaking Yeah 88, will have live coverage for us, wall to wall through fan access, whatever they call it, in the Hall of Fame. We'll go. I mean, it's going to be fun. Anything else that you're really looking forward to or looking into the future and seeing for Bound for Glory, Danny?
Hopefully Kenny King, Sanjay Dutt, and Zema Ion have a match there. That would be really cool.
That would be a really, really good match. So that's Danny the Jets fan. This is Stevie Breach signing off. Thank you very much, and I appreciate it. We'll see you at Bound for Glory.